If you're a runner, a cyclist, or a triathlete, you probably have tight hip flexors. Those are the muscles that you use to lift your knee during activities such as running and cycling. It's important to stretch those muscles out because tight hip flexors can compromise your mobility and predispose you to injury. It's pretty simple to do. The most popular hip flexor stretch, my favorite, is the kneeling stretch. So you're going to kneel down on one knee, let's say the right knee, place the left foot flat on the ground in front of it, and then sort of press your hip forward until you feel a stretch in the muscles running along the front of your lower torso and upper leg. If you want to get an additional stretch, you can lift your right arm straight overhead and reach toward the ceiling and hold that position. You want to hold the stretch for at least 30 seconds, but more is better. When you've done enough, flip over to the other side, stretch the left side for an equal amount of time. So you could go a minute on one side, then a minute on the other, go back and forth until you've got 5 minutes on both sides. Sometimes the best stretch you can do is not a stretch at all, but a movement that combines a stretch with a strengthening element. A good example is Achilles tendon strains. If you ever had this injury, you might have tried to overcome it by doing passive stretching of the calf muscles and Achilles tendon. That's actually not the best way to go. I'm going to describe an exercise called the eccentric heel dip that adds a strength element to stretching of the calves and Achilles tendons. It's similar to a normal calf raise, but you're adding that stretching element to it. So find some sort of platform like an aerobic step or even a regular stair step, and you're going to stand on that platform with your heels dangling off the edge. So start by reaching toward the floor with your heel or heels if you're doing the two-leg version. Get a nice stretch going in your calf muscles and then contract those muscles and raise up on your toes. Nice slow controlled movements. Remember, you're stretching and strengthening at the same time. And there is published science to show that doing this exercise regularly does help to prevent the recurrence of Achilles tendon strains.